Every parent wants what's best for their child. We want them to be confident, kind, strong, responsible, emotionally healthy. We pray they become everything God created them to be. But here's the question I want to ask you today. Who are you becoming so that they can become that? Because parenting isn't just about raising children. It's about allowing your children to raise something inside of you. Patience, gentleness, wisdom, self-control, compassion, emotional maturity. Your child is growing every single day. The question really is, are you? One of the greatest mistakes we make as parents is believing our children are the only ones who need to change. But every difficult moment with your child is also an invitation for you to become someone better. Their tantrums invite your patience. Their fears invite your gentleness. Their mistakes invite your wisdom. Their questions invite your humility. Who you become will shape who they become. Can I ask you something? When your child is at their absolute worst, can you still handle them? Not when they're making good grades, not when they're obedient, not when they're smiling. Can you handle them when they're angry, when they're anxious, when they're lying, when they're embarrassed, when they're failing? Can you handle every part of them, the good, the bad, the ugly, without making them question whether your love has changed? Because every child is silently asking one question. If you knew everything about me, would you still love me? Your answer shouldn't be just with words. It should be your life. Children need to feel safe, not because they're ever being corrected, but because they know correction comes from love, not rejection. They need to know, I can tell mom, I can tell dad, I don't have to hide. I don't have to pretend. I don't have to carry this alone. When they make the biggest mistakes of their life, who do they run to? You? Or are they looking for somebody else? If they don't come to you, don't ask what's wrong with them. Ask yourself, have I become someone they feel safe bringing their whole life to? Sometimes the greatest thing you can do is stop talking. We think every mistake needs a lecture. Every bad decision needs a 30-minute speech. Every failure needs another reminder. Sometimes your child doesn't need another lesson. They need someone to sit beside them, look them in the eyes, and simply say, help me understand. People become teachable when they first feel understood. Listen first, teach second. Remember, you were once a child. You weren't born emotionally mature. You made mistakes. You overreacted. You misunderstood things. You disappointed people. You needed grace. Don't become so grown that you forgot what it felt like to be small. Empathy begins when memory returns. You are the emotional leader of your home. Your child is borrowing your nervous system. When you panic, they learn panic. When you explode, they learn exploding. When you stay calm, they learn calm. When you apologize, they learn humility. When you ask for forgiveness, they learn accountability. Your child isn't just listening to your words, they're studying your life. Here's something I've learned. Children rarely become what we tell them to become. They become what they watch us become. You want them to be emotionally healthy? Are you? You want them to love reading? Do they ever see you read? You want them to love God? Do they see your faith at home? You want them to be disciplined? What does your life model? You want them to become better than you, but are you still becoming better yourself? Don't expect from your children what you're unwilling to pursue yourself. One of the greatest responsibilities you'll ever have is seeing what your child cannot see. See their gifts, see their strengths, see the leader hiding behind insecurity, see the kindness behind the attitude, see the courage beneath the fear, see who they could become before they believe it themselves. Then make it your mission to help bring it out of them at any cost, because sometimes children borrow belief from the people who love them until they learn to believe in themselves. Can I challenge you? Become a student of your child. Know what makes them laugh. Know what makes them cry. Know what scares them. Know what excites them. Know when they're pretending to be okay. Know when they're carrying something too heavy for their heart. Study them, not so you can control them, so you can understand them. No two children are alike. Great parents don't raise every child the same. They learn the child God entrusted to them. And here's the hardest truth I've had to learn. You want results from your child, but are you willing to become who you need to become to help them get there? You want them to trust you, become trustworthy. You want them to respect you, become respectable. You want them to tell you everything, become approachable. You want them to apologize, become humble enough to apologize first. You want them to control their emotions, learn to control yours. You want them to become extraordinary, become the kind of parent who can help draw greatness out of them. One day your child won't remember every rule. They won't remember every lecture. They won't remember every consequence, but they'll remember how it felt to be with you. Did they feel safe? Did they feel heard? Did they feel deeply loved? Did they know without a shadow of a doubt that no mistake, no failure, no bad decision could ever make you stop fighting for them? So don't ask, how do I raise a great child? Ask the harder question. Who do I need to become so my child can become everything God created them to be? Because the greatest gift you'll ever give your child won't be the house you leave them, or the money you save, or the opportunities you provide. The greatest gift will be the person you became while raising them. I'll see you on the next episode.